I love you, and I love you guys. Hello, first grade. We're going to dive into our math lesson, dated for Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? I don't even know anymore. April 28th. Okay, Alexa, what day of the week is it today?
Today is Tuesday, April 28th.
It is Tuesday. Oh, good. High five. Awesome. So let's do this. Now, this lesson today is basically what we did yesterday. We're spending 2 days on it to make sure that you guys understand. And I have a special math assistant here today. Come here, math assistant. Who is going to be helping me demonstrate to you guys, okay? So, assistant, may I please have some counting bears? Actually, let's do the links today, okay? Because, again, the directions in the lesson tell me to use cubes. I could very easily drive to school and get cubes, but you guys can't. So, we're going to use some different things because that's what you will have to do around your house, okay?
That was from Wacky Tales.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because I put them in your hair. What wonderful memories we have from this year, even though the end of it has been a little different. What wonderful, wonderful memories. What are some of your favorite memories from this year? I really, really want to know. Okay, so we've got some linking cubes. I'm going to tilt you down here. We've got some linking cubes, and we're going to measure a marker. Okay?
And there's still some more, but
that's
I'm
okay.
taking it apart.
And these are very similar to paper clips that you would more likely need to have at home. So, Lynn, how would you measure this marker with the linking cubes? What are the rules that you're thinking about in your mind right now?
Okay.
They need to be the same object.
Okay. All of it is all 3.
Okay, well, you got to go end to end, right? Did she do this correctly?
No.
No. Uh-oh, did you catch your mistake?
No.
What are the other rules? It has to go from end to end, and your objects cannot overlap. Okay, so how many links long is our marker?
3.
3 links long. Very good. Okay, all right. Now, let's measure, ooh, this is really different. Let's measure the tape dispenser. We haven't done this one yet. Okay, so if I line those up, okay, I'm done. How many more do you think we will need to measure the tape dispenser? Just take a guess. You think we'll need 2? Okay, do you guys agree or disagree? It's okay to disagree, and let's see, let's put 2. Oh, it's a little bit longer. So how many more did we need?
1 more.
We only needed 1 more. When we estimate, okay, because today we're going to continue working on estimation, is it okay if you end up being wrong?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, just remember, if I were to ask you, how many linking cubes long do you think this tape dispenser is? 10 million trillion.
No.
Is that a realistic guess?
No.
But maybe I think it's 5 long. Is that a reasonable guess?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a possibility you're wrong? Of course, but you made a realistic possible guess. Okay? That is what is important. No matter what you're measuring with, whether it's linking cubes, counting bears, goldfish, M&Ms, Cheerios, it doesn't matter. You're probably not going to have 100 million trillion Cheerios for the length of a tape dispenser. That's just not realistic. But maybe 12 Cheerios long. Is that realistic? Could I still be wrong? Oh yeah,
1?
but there's still a possibility that I'm correct, okay?
1?
And that's the point of estimation, okay? So we're going to work together for a little bit to review our non-standard measurement of things in the classroom, and we'll help you with a couple, and then off you go to practice it on your own, okay? So on this first page, okay, and I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see what I'm pointing at. Okay, you're going to use, this says to use paper clips. We happen to have some paper clips. If you don't, that's okay. You can use M&Ms. You can use wheat thin crackers. You can use goldfish, something else around the house, okay? Whatever your grown-up has that you guys can use to measure. If they have paper clips, they need to be the same size, okay? So I can't use that one. All right, so I'm gonna have Lynn here measure. So you're gonna look at these, okay? The width of your glue bottle. So the width is another way to say the length, but length can be like when it's a 2D, a flat object, and width is when something is 3D or something that has capacity. Remember we talked about that? So you're going to first make your guess. I'm going to pass Lynn a crayon, and you're going to circle your guess. Is your glue bottle longer than 10 paper clips, shorter than 10 paper clips, or the same length as 10 paper clips? So she's going to circle her guess. Nope, circle your guess. Circle your guess. Is it longer, shorter, or the same? Okay, and now you're going to measure. So her guess was that it is shorter than 10 paper clips.
Ooh.
So this is almost like 1.5. Okay, but since we have large paper clips, so then you're going to actually measure it and write how many paper clips the width was. You could do 1.5.
How do you write that?
How do you write a number 1
No.
or 1.5? Just put 1. We'll make it easy. Okay, so then other objects that you're going to measure are your backpack, scissors, notebook paper, and a pencil sharpener. And if you don't have this kind of pencil sharpener, that's okay. I will let you pick a different object, okay? So if you do not have a pencil sharpener, I don't think we have a pencil sharpener. We do?
Our red one.
Oh, that's right. If you do not have a pencil sharpener like this, you can choose to measure whatever object you can find, okay? So, all right. So then let's take a look at, okay, well, it's not exactly like this one, but we have one like this. Okay, so if you have one that's more like this, that's okay. It does not have to look exactly like this pencil sharpener, okay? All right. So let's take a look at the next page, okay? So here we're going to use cubes, which we don't have, and that's okay. We're going to find something else. Use cubes to measure the items below and record your answer. Why don't you go get our box of Cheerios? Because that's more likely that your friends at home have a box of cereal. So we're going to use Cheerios because that's an object you guys probably have at home. So this says to use cubes. Find whatever you can. It can be paper clips. It can be M&Ms. We don't have any M&Ms. We don't have any goldfish, but you might. So we are going to use cereal. Okay? And the best part about using food is you can eat it when you're all done. So just get a small handful. Okay, so these are going to be our non-standard units of measurement. Okay, so all right, will you go put this back, please?
I'm kind of hungry.
Okay, all right, so you're going to use whatever you can find around your house to measure the items below and record your answers. So I'm not going to pay attention to if this happens to be 15 cubes. Well, obviously this is not going to be 15 linking cubes, but you can, if you want to, you can put 15 cereal, 15 Cheerios, 15 Fruit Loops, whatever, 15 goldfish if you, or just write at the top. Maybe a grown-up can write at the top whatever item you used. Okay, so I wrote Cheerios because that's what we're using. Okay, so but the rules still apply. And there we go. That one stuck to my finger and flew. So the toothbrush is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cheerios long.
No.
Oh, I did something wrong. What did I do? What measurement rule did I break? Can there be spaces?
No.
No, there cannot be spaces and they cannot be overlapping. And especially with smaller objects, we got to be really careful to make sure that we don't push them further down. Okay.
Mom, how much?
I don't know. Keep measuring.
1.
Well, don't count them all yet. Keep lining up your Cheerios. And the biggest risk for frustration on this is if you bump the paper and it gets moved around, that's okay. Take a breath and just put them back. Okay, so keep measuring. All right, and then we go end to end. Now, how many do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so I'm just going to write 11. Now, you guys know, especially you first graders know from kindergarten when we were talking about counting, how I am about reminding some of you guys to touch each one. You may not want to do that when you're using food items, and I'll show you why. You might have already noticed it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 4, 5. See how they're all moving? So we could do what Lynn did. She was kind of hovering with her finger, but not touching, or you can go above or below to point and count, because that one-to-one correspondence is still an important skill to have. Okay, so then you're going to use all those Cheerios or goldfish or M&Ms or whatever it is that you are able to find around the house. If it's food, don't eat it until you're done with your work. Okay, and then just write the number, have a grown-up write what item you used up at the top. Okay, all right, and then this last page, we're going to cut the counting bears. Okay, I'm only going to cut on this line. Okay, I'm not going to cut on here because this gives me some extra paper to grip onto. Okay, and I'm going to have Lynn first guess how many bears long she thinks the fork is going to be. How many bears long do you think it's going to be?
18.
18. Okay, that's okay. Capital S and close it. And now I'm going to pass this over to her and she's going to line it up. And where are you aiming? You're aiming for that dot. You're aiming for this corner to line up with that dot. Okay, and you're kind of blocking a little bit, sorry. You're aiming for this corner to line up with that dot. And then you're going to look for where that dot lands. So how many bears long is your fork?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay? And then you'll write how many you measured on that line, okay? Awesome. And guess what? We're almost done with this unit. We are almost done, okay? So you guys have done so great, so amazing, and I'm very proud of you. If you are having trouble, have a grown-up call me, okay? And I will gladly help you out, all right? Have a wonderful rest of your day.